Welcome back guys, Harry here, known as Trade Shop, and in today's video I have a very exciting video. Piplabs V2 is here. Now if you don't know what Piplabs is, this is the backtesting software that we have created. It is our backtesting software and I'm super excited to bring this to you guys. And yeah, we've upgraded from V1 to V2 by partnering with TradingView charts, and I basically want to take you through it and show how I backtest and how I practice my own personal strategy, how I developed it, because when I started trading, backtesting was a huge part of my trading, not only for practice because you're simulating how you trade, it also allowed me to develop and prove that my strategy works, to get statistics like you see on this sheet here. That is proving that my strategy works and gives me probability and statistics to prove that I can trust in my trade and if it follows the plan. So that is exactly why I had this passion-based project and wanted to build the best backtesting software, web-based, on TradingView charts, showing you tick data, which means you can study how the candles move in real time, which will essentially, when we can watch how candles were moving in real time, we can learn the behavior of candles, which is super important in trading. And yeah, I'm really excited that we are finally here. I'm going to also show you guys how I want you guys to backtest, how to practice, why you should, and how this can dramatically take your trading from average to exceptional and bring you onto that profitable side, because that is exactly what it did to me. So very excited. Let me go show you what we've done. Hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do consider leaving a like. Like I said, all the official links are in the description, including for Piplabs here. So if you're interested, you can see that in the description, and check me out on Instagram as well. And I appreciate any comments, any questions, leave them down below. And with that being said, let's get straight into the video. All right guys, so we're here on the backtesting software, and yeah, backtesting is a huge part of my trading. It's how I built my strategy. I'll pop up an Excel sheet, a screenshot of all the backtesting trades I went through to prove that my strategy works. Without backtesting, I wouldn't know if my strategy works or not, because I wouldn't have data. Data is super important. It takes too long to go and forward test, because you would need a year of just testing the exact same setup, and trust me, you're not going to follow your rules. There's emotions in play, so you need to backtest. And it was a huge part of my trading. If you just flick through my channel, you'll see how many backtesting videos I've made. Here's a backtesting video I've made, that's over a year ago. Here's another recent one. And yeah, it's just something I've always done here, and that is why I made Piplabs here with my partner, and we're super excited to bring this backtesting software here, because all the backtesting softwares I used were pretty annoying, needed to download something. I wanted something web-based, based on TradingView now. So we have partnership with TradingView. So we all love TradingView. We use it for our analysis, and giving me tick data. Tick data means seeing how the candles would have moved in real time. And yeah, it's how the candles move in real time, which is super important. So that is basically why we made this here, and I'm super happy that we're able to do it. And in this video, I want to go over, of course, backtesting, my own personal strategy, but I want to show you the difference between a simulation, backtesting, and all of that good stuff here. So I want to really show you guys how to actively backtest, how to simulate, and how to make sure that you're actually practicing the skill, not just mindlessly going through a software thinking that you're profitable because you're seeing results. So I'm going to go to the simulator here. Let's backtest this month, which is going to be February of last year. We'll do February here, but obviously to make it a little bit more exciting, we will choose a random day here. So let's do 30. Hope it doesn't choose. It doesn't matter though. I chose 30. I guess we'll have to extend the simulation and backtest from the 30th. So what to do? Well, we only go 28, so I can't start even from the 30th, so we have to choose another number here. All right, 8th, there we go, 8th of February. So let's do that. Start on February 8th. There we go, that is our trading day, and we'll end this simulation like March 15th or something, just to have enough data. So let's go ahead, let that load, and we'll come on the charts. All right, so we're here on the charts now. The first thing I want to explain to you guys is the difference between a simulation, a sim/backtesting, BT, we'll put it BT, right? So simulation means that you have a profitable strategy that you've backtested in the past, that you prove that work, and you're simply practicing. So sim is what I do now. I practice on sim sessions just to keep myself fresh. You see it, professional basketball players, professional football players, when they're not on the field, when they're not on the court, they're practicing. So there's no reason why, if we're trying to learn a skill, we shouldn't follow similarly and still keep on top of things. Yes, we get practice every day because we're trading live. That counts as practice. But sometimes it's always good to go on a software, keep yourself sharp, prepare yourself for the month to come, right? See how last year that month acted, and just, you know, acclimate to the exactly how that month performed, because in the future we like to see markets replicate, so you can use information from that to help you. So it's always good to go on sim sessions and practice following your rules, right? Now with backtesting means that you have made a new set of rules that you want to test yourself, right? You want to test and make sure that these rules work, and you need minimum around 50 trades to prove that any entry setup is worth considering or makes sense. And then that's what you have, right? So that then you have something that you can use, that you can then put in simulation, test in live markets, get more information on it. But when you're backtesting, guys, I want you to be sure that you're, you know, following a specific set of rules that you will be able to follow in real life markets. Is why we can simulate real life markets here. So let me go and show you exactly how I simulate, because I backtested. You'll pop up, you can see an Excel sheet with all the data that I've proven that these setups actually work. So once it's proven, I can simulate, and the way I'm going to simulate is to exactly simulate like a real life simulator, real life trading conditions. So first thing is I trade London session, so I have to skip to the London session here, and I'm going to go on the 1 hour here and skip to London session. So I trade 1 hour before London session, which is going to be 7 o'clock here. So after I skip to that time, this is the time I'll show up to the charts. I need to go ahead and do my analysis. Analysis always starts from higher time frame here. So we need to see what's going on higher time frame here. So obviously we will be shown real life market gaps because this is broker feed, so it will be good to see. So we have a weekly support here that we need to mark. We always start on the higher time frame and work ourselves towards the lower time frame, because higher time frames are fractals of lower time frames. So we'll put that top right here, and we're going to put that WS weekly support. Next, we're going to move down to the daily time frame and look what we have going on the daily time frame. So we know we're bouncing off weekly support. We have this kind of level here that I want to be watching. So I'm going to mark this as daily resistance right here, DR for daily resistance, and I'm working myself down the time frame. As I'm working, I'm seeing what price is doing. So I know weekly bouncing off support, daily at the moment is bouncing off this support here. We created support down here, we're breaking the high. I feel like the daily could push up today because we have previous daily bullish. Let me see how the previous daily, actually that was 4 hours, so that's my bad there. That's actually a 4 hour resistance. I didn't notice that, but here, that's a mistake. So that's going to be 4 hour resistance. Daily is bearish here, 4 hours. So we have mixed bias, because how I do bias, I have plenty of videos on my channel, is I look at previous daily close and 4 hour close. That gives me an idea of what direction should I be looking in my session. So today I know that since previous daily closed bearish, but we're also coming from weekly support and 4 hours closing bullish, I could be both looking for buys and sells, but what makes more sense at the moment, 4 hours, since we're going bullish. So when we go on lower time frames, we'll be able to see if there's anywhere that makes sense for sells, and looking straight ahead probably is going to be somewhere here. So we have this 1 hour resistance that we need to get up to continue buys here. So I want to get above that, which we have just closed above that. 30 minute I want above that, and I think buys would be great if we can start to get above these resistances here. Here's a little 15-minute resistance. How much is it to there? Yeah, around 3 pips. So I probably want to be above this. So my plan today is going to be looking for buys above this zone here. Sells probably won't be till we get back in the range, because everything is bullish. Market structure is bullish. 4 hours are closing bullish. We're still above weekly support. I would want to sell back below weekly support. I don't want to sell at it or trying to sell back into it when we're rejecting it at the moment. And when I look left, I have clean candles here. And if I look left here, this is a clean spot here. If we can close above this, that will give me an option to fill this range continuing with my bullish bias and give me an entry. So my entry requires a candle close above, so that is exactly what I'm going to wait for. So the way I wait for that to save time is I skip by 5-minute candles and we wait for that. So obviously here candle opened up, big boy dump here, right? Absolutely rips you, which is why you don't take buys until we wait for a close above that zone. Rejects here, but I'm still waiting for price to get above that zone. We'll see if price gets above that zone. If price now wants to break down, remember down below weekly support, we can have some selling options, right? Remember, we can have some selling options. We are bearish bias here. So for me, sells, this wouldn't make sense taking sells here with a 23 pip stop loss for a 10 pip target. I'm possibly looking for below this area here. So we'll see if we can break down below this area here. If not, and we hold support, we can still be buying back above weekly resistance here. So let's see how this ends up, what ends up happening here. So we're skipping here. and we just ranged the whole session. We just went sideways the whole session. All right, so we skipped here to a new day. I have removed drawing so I can show you guys how to mark up fresh. So we do have a daily resistance up here that we're going to end up marking up here. So we're going to go ahead and mark that daily resistance here. I'm not going to use this one because I want to use the highest one because that's where I feel trades would come above anyways. So we're just going to mark this as DR, right? And then from here, we're going to go and look at the 4-hour time frame. So previous daily close bullish, previous 4 hours closing bullish, and the 4-hour resistance is the same. So I'm going to do that /4R. And now, right now, what I'm going to do here is, since previous daily is bullish, previous 4-hour bullish, I'm only looking for buys, and we need a breakout trade right here. This is a very strong zone, so I feel if we can break above this zone, we should have a good push. Looking at the 1-hour time frame, we have clean candles till here. This is the 1-hour target here. So I'm going to put this 1-hour candle. So if we break out, I feel this can be a target here. 30-minute, we do have this zone here. With volume, we should be able to push through it since this is a major zone. So if we do end up closing above, we should be able to push that and maybe even entertain here. So this would be max target for today, somewhere up here. And I'm going to put this as 15. Right, so that's max target. At the moment now, we do have this beautiful 15-minute resistance here. If we can close above this resistance, I can trade to the 4-hour resistance instead of waiting above. So of course, at London session here, let's see if we can get the closure above that. All right, so we are looking to close above. This candle closes 10 minutes. All right, so we've just gone straight through that zone. We did close above here. You know, I did kind of have an entry option here, but this is too close. 6 pips here for 9 pip stop loss. A little bit too close for me, 6 pips. I think I'd rather just wait for the breakout. So let's see if we can get the close above here and see what ends up happening. So this candle closes in 5 minutes and beautiful. So we have closed above here. I feel like we can take this trade breaking the high here. Since we have this zone to watch, if we start rejecting this, we could look to manage. But I really feel we could entertain this clean candles to the 1-hour resistance and to the 15 resistance. So I'm going to play this and simulate it. Remember, you can't rewind, right? So there's no cheating here. Okay, so we do have a bottom wick. Very simple here. I'm going to do new order. I'm going to be, stop loss is going to go below this candle low here like this for, yeah, pretty big stop here actually. 18 pip stop here, and entry is going to be break of the high here as we break the high, and max TP is going to be up here. TP1 we probably will do it at like 1% here, and yeah, so TP1 will be a 1-to-1, and then max TP is up here. So let's see what's going on here, and let's see if we get triggered. So what I'm going to do is speed this up till we get triggered, and this is how you have to treat it. So see if we get triggered here. If this candle closes bearish, as long as it closes bearish above the range, this would just end up being a setup 3. So if it closes bearish back in the range, I'm deleting this and I'm going to wait for a close above this resistance that was made. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to skip by 1-minute candles. I encourage you guys, if you're backtesting by yourself, to do that manually. Just watch how tick by tick. But since we want to save time here, let's skip 1 minute. All right, so we've closed here the 15 minute has closed here like this. I'm still happy to hold this trade. It's just giving me more confirmation that there's support above the range, and if we can break the high, we should be good. So all right, looks like we've been triggered here. So now I'm going to play candles, treat it like I'm in a trade, and directly into drawdown. Not the best, but now this is where you really test your simulation. So this is where you really feel, okay, how's things going? We've put myself in drawdown now. I'm holding a negative trade, but how I'm looking at it, probabilities on my side. Candle has closed above. We do have a 1-hour candle close. How's the 1 hour looking? Nothing's wrong with the trade. 1 hour is closed above. 30-minute is still a setup 3, right? We have 15 minutes still respecting the zone. Yes, it would be nicer to enter as we re-break the high, but we're already in. We can't change that. So I'm still going to sit here and trust probabilities for it to play out. If it hits stop loss, it hits stop loss, right? Because that's how it works here. In terms of my plan, did I follow it? Yes. Does it follow my entry rules? Yes. This should be a trade. We have closed above this zone. This candle is doing what all these candles could not do. There's no reason why we can't drive a little bit here. I don't see why not. So let's speed this up so we're not sitting here and waiting. And yeah, you have to sit through this drawdown. Now, this is looking a lot more promising. Once we break that high, I expect there should be a little bit of a pop here at least. And that's the pop I'm looking for. There we go. Nice. All right, so this is a broker data feed here. So this is a broker giving you this candle here. This is what happens with broker feeds. 30 minutes should not have it. Yeah, it's just sometimes we're getting all this information from the broker. So whatever the broker did on that candle is what it will show. Oh, beautiful pop here. Nice. Let's go have a look at our trade here. We're running at around 0.5% in profit here. Beautiful. As we tap this 1 hour resistance, I'm going to move to break even. As we tap the 1 hour resistance, I'm going to move to break even. All right, we tap this 1 hour. I'm gonna move stops to break even here, make this risk free, because there's no point of it tapping 1 hour and then losing the trade. And I'm actually gonna look to close soon because we're at 1 hour resistance. If we start rejecting it too much like this, I'm actually gonna look to start to close this trade and maybe look to secure something here, especially this opening no bottom wick here. A little bit tricky here, this opening no bottom wick. Okay, we made a wick. If we can break this high here, get 1% or something, we should be good. Because we're at resistance. I would want it to see something close above, but nothing has closing above. Yeah, look at that. Popping up nicely here. Let's see if we can get a little bit more above. Damn, I wanted to take that there. But this is why you're backtesting in like real life here. So you have to treat it like real life here. Have to treat it like real life. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, look at this. Running at around just under this resistance. Yeah, this 1 hour resistance is a problem here. I don't think we'll get above it. I think we have to secure at it. But what I'm going to try do here in this trade is hold at break even. If we don't get back above it, I'm going to try hold this trade. I would normally secure, but I'm going to try hold this trade here and see if we can survive the hold here. I do trust this. I do trust this. You know, I'm going to do something a little bit tricky here. What time is it? We're just in London Open here. I'm not going to put stuff, so I would have secured here, but I really think that this thing can get going because we are breaking a higher time frame level. This is a higher time frame level, and when we break higher time frame levels, we can normally get big pushes here. So I'm actually going to move my stop loss just below this structure. As long as this structure is respected, I expect price to continue up. So I'm just going to move it below the structure, which is the 4 hour, because it can retest the 4 hour, and I'm going to turn this into a little swing trade here if it plays out. And let's see what happens. All right, so hopefully that should be good here. Hopefully we just don't end up coming to break even and it ends up being okay here, but we'll see. Let's skip by 1 minute to save time. All right, that's looking good. All right, you know what? Yeah, this is running at 1% profit here. We didn't even tap break even, which is good. So we survived the break even here. So I can move back to break even here. So yeah, we didn't even come to break even. We're running 113. Let's just hold this on the 1 minute and let's just let this rock. Let's let this rock. Let's go. This is gonna smash TP here. If this 1 minute flips, I'm out. Not being greedy. This is how we manage it. Breaks the low. Okay, I'm out. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. All right, perfect trade here. Look at that. Close right here. At 1.3% on the account, we can see that trade. There we go, 1.3% on the account. Beautiful trade here. Risked 1%, made 1.3%, and yeah, clean trade. We held through the drawdown. We held through the pullback here. Since this is a higher time frame level, I do think this will continue pushing because normally when we break higher time frame levels, these things just fly. Let's go see what ended up happening. Yeah, see? Look what ended up happening. Yeah, this is when we break high time frame levels, this thing flies. But anyways, I made the decision to close and that's that. I can't change my decision, and that's the beauty of backtesting. So this is how I want you guys to simulate. This is how I want you to replicate trades, and it's super important to do so. So I hope you guys found this useful. I hope you guys will take advantage of this software. Try it for free. Try, if you're interested, you can always purchase it and have access to all of our pairs, all of the features. We do tell you all of the features on the home screen here, all access to all pairs, indices, all of this stuff. If you're not a member, it will say try for free. You're welcome to try it for free, no email sign up. And this is a huge tool and hopefully it can help you. I hope that my analysis and the way that I trade show you how I manage a trade and how I simulate myself. So I hope that was useful, and good luck, take care, and hopefully see you guys very, very soon. Peace. Actually, I should say take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.